We are back in the building. We in here. We feeding the duck. Go ahead, take it.
What up?
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday to the people.
Oh man, come on. Let's go. Let's get started, fellas.
There we go.
We are back, man. The Pod About It crew is here. We're gonna have some fun with this episode. Normally, actually, you know what? We'll start the same way. We will start the same way. Let's do a quick roundtable, find out how everybody's doing. What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling? Let's start with my man G. What's going on, G?
Nothing much, man. Same old. Just nothing really, bro. Just trying to stay positive out here. Just trying to go ahead and take care of business. Nothing new. Same old. Same shoe, different sock.
All right, Duck.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm still breathing. That's where I'm at. I'm good.
Mission number one in life, I guess, right?
How about you, Mike?
All is well. I'm excited. Getting ready for vacation. We'll break all that stuff down a little bit later, man. But we're gonna get right into it. We've kept the people waiting long enough. And I'm ready to have some fun. So, Duck, you kicking us off today, man. You a duck in water right now. You better be comfortable.
I think we got something for y'all. Let's see. So right now we talking toxic baby moms. I think we teased it a little bit before. We just gonna jump right into it. I got two examples, and the premise is that just toxic baby moms, y'all need to do better. Like we trying to co-parent, like not just me, but like all of the single dads out there that's trying to co-parent. Like we just trying to do our best. And so my first example, probably shouldn't be saying this with the windows open, but my one neighbor.
You're not even gonna try to close the windows.
I can't from here. I can't reach either of them. So,
all right,
man, let it fly.
My one neighbor, I've been watching. This woman, and she's got 4 daughters, and I've been watching her baby dad come around since I moved into this house, since I bought it, and it's literally just he wants time with his girls. That's all it is. I don't know if they're all his. I believe at least 3 of them are his. They might all be his. But I know not all 4 goes with him every time when she does give him time. And it's inconsistent. Like, I feel like I'm one of the blessed ones that I got a regular schedule. I know when I'm getting my baby. You know what I mean? Like, I can count on that every other weekend. There's nothing that can happen to change that. This man just comes and hopes. And I've seen him and her brother in several fights. I've heard of others. When my ex was living here, she saw it. And every single time you heard about a fight, and he would disappear months at a time, wouldn't see him again, literally. And this last time it escalated to a point where this was a few weeks ago. He comes over and her and the brother yelling at him. She starts literally just punching him in the face, sloppy punches. Looked like she was hitting him like with this part of the fist. It was very crazy. Like, but she just kept sneaking him. And the brother kept trying to fight him too. And so eventually he took the pose with the brother, right? And the brother throwing punches, he's dipping what he can, getting tagged occasionally. My man never threw a punch back. Never threw a single punch back. And this is all like...
Wait. Who never threw a punch back? The brother or
the baby dad?
The dad. The brother catching him as much as he can. He never threw a single punch back. And the brother was like, yo, let's go show your daughters. You getting your ass kicked. Let's go show your daughters. And my man, he stood there. He was literally trying to fight without fighting because he knew it was going to get him in trouble. You know what I mean? They were looking for anything, waiting for him to retaliate. And so that's one of many examples. Like, yo, just do better. Stop trying to provoke this man when he's just trying to be in his kids' lives. And then the other example.
Whoa.
We can unpack that. What's up? What's on y'all's mind?
Yeah. I got a lot of questions about this now. First of all,
I've been watching this situation unfold for like how long I've been there? 3 years? 3 years.
How do you know that's her brother?
Okay, so that I don't know for sure. My ex is the one that said that, and she seemed very confident. When she
well, you know, women.
I think she
might have pulled the chair up to the window.
And my other thing is that I've seen other dudes in and out while the brother has still been living there. So I don't think that he's
Hey, we're in the era of thruples, so just never know.
Nah, but if they fighting over him coming to see his kids, like that's not why. I'm wondering why he hasn't gone through the court system.
He could have, but I
don't know.
also
I've
was
never-
thinking maybe he's an ex-convict or something, got a record.
That's crossed my mind. Like I said, he disappears for months at a time. I don't know if they're calling saying, "Hey, he provoked this and it came to blows. He'll come lock him up for a while." I don't know how many times you get in and out for them reporting an assault. Like, I don't know what the situation is. There's a lot I don't know because I haven't talked to them. I just know what I see and the arguments I hear.
Like him not fighting back, God bless him, because I know how I'm going in for my child. To see my child, bro, you got to have a whole family out here to stop me.
And
that's first and foremost.
This is why I'm inclined to believe that he's been locked up more than one time around this exact same situation, because I've seen him fight back. I've seen them all up like in the neighbor's yard, like rolling around on the ground, throwing like I've seen them literally like knock down, drag out fights.
And meanwhile, setting bad examples for the kids.
This was the first time I ever seen him not throw a punch back.
What's the bad example you talking about, G?
Them fighting in front of the kids.
What if he's a terrible father? What if he's abusing the kids and they're trying to keep him away?
I also thought that. I was like, well, maybe there's a reason she's keeping him away. Maybe he's a bad influence, bad example, many things. I don't know. We're just speculating. We're assuming that maybe he's a decent guy and wants to spend time with his kids. So I'm kind of taking, sides of everything right now.
There is a lot of assumptions being made. Like I said, I've never talked to either party. Well, I've talked to the mom a few times, just neighborly stuff. Yo, your dog got out. Yes, I did yell at your daughter because this was a funny story. One of the younger ones came out trying to put something in the trash can. It was like a big bag. She was so short, she couldn't open the can and get it in. One of the older daughters comes out, right? Watching the youngest one the whole time, opens the can, drops something in it, drops the lid and turns around. I was like, yo, open that lid for your sister. Oh man, that was fun. So she was like, "Did you say something about it?" I was like, "Yeah," and I explained it to her.
I do have a question for you, Duck, because you did mention something that I know as a parent I wouldn't be okay with, but I guess it would be something I would be okay with for the moment, and then try to build on that. You said you glad you have a set schedule with your daughter, every other week. Are you happy with that, is this?
Hell no. Constantly fighting for 50-50. We literally had court on Monday.
Oh.
Yesterday.
We'll get into that. We'll get back to that. But hold on. I got some more questions about your neighbor situation. How old are the children? Roughly. I know you don't know their dates.
If I had to guess, I'd say the youngest is probably 6, 7 at this point. She was really small when I moved here. She's probably 6, 7. The oldest, she's got to be 11, maybe 12. And it's hard because I feel like kids are smaller now than they used to be.
So these girls are old enough to say whether or not they want to go with him.
Those little girls love that man to death.
Yeah. So it doesn't sound like he's a bad influence.
That I can say because the way they light up when they see him, the way that it's not enough time. They don't want to leave. They don't want the time to be done. And this has been I remember the one time that I actually paid attention. He took all of them skating, just got them all skates, and they were walking, and he was walking real slow with the smallest one. She was too small. This was probably 2 years ago or something like that. And the other 3 got back, they were in eye shot where he was back on the back of the block. But they got to the house okay. He was waiting, taking his time with the young one. And she got there. Yo, why are you late? Why are you late? You said you'd be back at 7. You said you'd have them back at 7. I looked at my time. It was 7:03. It was 7:03. She's yelling at this man because he didn't want, the little girl wanted to skate on her own. We all had young girls, how little kids are. She wanted to skate on her own. He was letting her do that and making sure she was safe along the way. And that's why they were lagging behind by 3 minutes. Oh man. I've seen her blow up on him so many times. It's not funny.
So your message to her is let that man see his babies.
Let that man see his babies. He's trying to be a good parent, and it's clear you got full custody. I see that because it's not, like I said, it's not a set schedule. He's not around on a regular schedule. It's just I think that there's communication behind the scenes that I'm not privy to, and like the impression must be left that it's okay for him to come around, and then for some reason it becomes a problem. So,
Well,
Woman
stop
scorn,
weaponizing
man.
kids, ladies.
yeah, you should
Woman
stop weaponizing
scorn.
the kids, right?
Yep.
I feel the same
Now,
way.
in your skate sample, you said that he only had 3 of them,
Mm-mm.
but there's 4.
He had all 4. The
Oh, he had all 4.
older 3 got back okay. He was staying behind to make sure the younger one was
Gotcha.
good, but she wanted
Gotcha.
to, yeah.
And you're not sure if one of them is his, but he still included all 4 of them in his.
And
Wow.
the only reason I'm not sure about that is because it's the oldest one that doesn't always go. She doesn't, and I don't know. You know, she's older, so she might be an extracurricular activity.
Yeah, might be in that stage.
I don't know. I don't know. But it's the 3 younger ones are always included, and the older one is usually, it's just not every time.
All right. You said
And
you had a
then
second
the other, I
situation.
don't even know if it matters. Dude is probably about the size of Sace. She is, Mike, about my and your height, maybe a bit taller, and she's easily 280 plus.
So he's 5'8" ish, probably about 160.
He might be a little shorter than Sace. He's definitely a skinny.
Dang.
Yeah.
So he's small.
Yeah, he's a small dude.
So
Okay.
that's why she's swinging on him.
Mm-hmm.
And she built like me.
Bro, she's bigger than you.
Whoa. You said
I'm saying 280 to be polite. I honestly think she's in the 300s, but I honestly think she's in the 300s. I'm not exaggerating.
Wow. Okay.
She's a big girl.
And what was your second? You said you had 2 topics on the baby mom thing.
So the second one, we talked about my boy 2 episodes ago, the situation with his brother, right? That is very relevant to this. And I don't even know. A part of me is upset with the baby mom, but another part of me is just like, you'll show some couth with her boyfriend. And so what it was my boy calls his son. They're on the phone while he's with the mother. And he hears in the background the baby mom's boyfriend say, hey, and this is right after, like within days of them finding out that the brother was murdered. Hey, ask your dad if he wants to be buried next to his brother. And I feel like, so one, we're not going to get into, like I said, that investigation is still ongoing. But if you knew my boy's profession and what this dude has previously done, he's always going to have beef with my boy just because of his profession. That's number one, right? But even with that withstanding, set that aside, she should have stepped in and said something, right? Like, just, no, that's not okay. That's not acceptable. Like, one, even setting aside her part in this, or not, no, you don't set aside her part. Like, yo, your son just lost his uncle, and you're letting this dude say this to him.
Yeah.
Let alone what he's telling him to say to his own dad about his brother. Like, who knows what the little boy is dealing with at 5 years old, trying to process the loss of his uncle. You know what I mean? So that was the other, like, and I got countless more examples with his situation if I wanted to get into it, but that's the one I'm going with, because it's the most recent. So, any thoughts on that, Mike? You're muted.
No, that's a comment that is not acceptable.
Wildly inappropriate.
By any stretch of the imagination. I'm like, just wow. Like that takes more than just some nerve, but like that is bold. That is whew. All right, G, what you got on it, man? I can't.
You sound like me when I first found out. Like, when he told me, like, it was just silence on the phone. I was like, wait, what? And then I needed time to process.
That's something like that made me want to pull up to the crib. If I'm being honest with you, like, yo, say what you said over the phone.
Yeah, that was one of my thoughts. That was one of my thoughts. And again, given his profession, what this dude's done, technically it's a threat. Like, he could.
Yeah, if he really wanted to.
But I don't even think my boy is thinking that. I think, again, when I told y'all, when I talked to him, his mind was so much just on his brother, the senselessness of it. Like, he heard it, he's aware of it. I don't even think that's at the forefront of his mind, like what that entails or the implications of that comment. But my point is, like, I feel like, one, it never should have left his mouth. That's for like, just hold yourself to a higher standard, dude. The boyfriend, but it did leave his mouth. Mom needs to step in. You need to say something. Let him know immediately. Not cool. Not okay. And that's why I said, like, yo, just baby moms do better. To the toxic baby moms. I'll put it that way, because they're not all bad. They're not all bad. We've all seen examples where co-parenting goes great and it works out exactly as expected. We've also all seen examples where it doesn't. So I'll open the floor to y'all. Do y'all have any examples of toxic baby moms that can happen to do better?
I'm trying to think.
Let me ask y'all real quick though, while y'all ponder that. Do you think it's more on the baby mom or on the boyfriend?
Which for the last one?
The last.
It's not on her what he said,
because my boy interacts with her though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can't control what another person says, but for her, she could have said something like, "Hey, yo, cut that out. Like, that's not cool." Something of that nature, you know.
And I will also say, to give her the benefit of the doubt, we don't know what was said once the phone was hung up, if anything.
That's true too.
Now, what I know about her, I will say, I doubt anything was said. She probably just I know that on the phone they both laughed about it, but she could have matured and said something.
Even before the phone call, that's not something he just said on the fly. Like, he was talking like that around the house. Like, that's something that he said to her, at least, like, along those lines. That's not something that just came out.
So I didn't want to like take it further because it's just speculation on my part. But I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if she told him to say that. Like that's it. But I also feel like you said, Mike, yeah, he had to be saying that. There's no way you're emboldened enough to say that unless it's left your mouth a few times before already.
Yeah, or she hyping you up.
Right. But do y'all have any examples? Toxic baby moms, unnecessarily toxic. Because sometimes you just do stuff out of spite. Like or not just spite, like hurt, pain, whatever, like anger over the situation. Not saying it's okay, but it happens. But some stuff is absolutely unnecessary.
A friend of mine that used to work at the job, he was dealing with some stuff with his daughter's, kid's mother. She wouldn't answer the phone when it was time for him to drop the kids off. Like, hey, look, have them back by Sunday, such and such time. Spends time with the kids, does what he needs to do. Okay, guys, come on, it's time to, head home. Mom not answering the phone. That kind of stuff that would be annoying, especially if you told me to be here by a certain time. I don't remember what the situation was. I don't know if she was home or she was out or just whatever, but she was being irresponsible with the time frame. Trying to think of some other examples.
I don't really have examples of bad baby mom behavior, because I don't have to deal with stuff like that. Now I've heard some stories, coworkers have confided in me about stuff, and oh man. All right, so one of my coworkers has between 10 and 15 kids. He's my age.
What? Is this the one that they just stopped taking taxes out? I think you told me this one years ago, or is this fairly recent?
Nick Cannon status, where after 10 he ain't got to pay child support.
I don't.
That's what they were saying about Nick Cannon.
It turns out that he's only paying child support for 2 of them, but he's active. Like,
that man is a maestro. I love it.
He is very active, but like, he's living with his girl, and another girl gets pregnant, and she's living there. Like, she got pregnant, she had the baby. He moved the baby and the girl into the house with him and his woman, trying to help, like, right after the birth. But then the girl that he moved in started going crazy in the house. Like, and it ended up being restraining orders and all kinds of stuff involved. Like, oh, you never gonna see the baby again, and da. Like, she basically wanted him to leave the girl, but like tried to play cool, like, oh, I need somewhere to go. I guess she thought once I got in the house, like, I don't know what she thought on it. It's just I don't know. I can't fathom the idea. I don't have patience for situations like that. So I always try to put myself in a scenario, and I can't imagine nothing like that happening.
It's interesting because I tried that. I extended that offer to my baby mom. Hey, while you're on your maternity leave, you and the baby come stay here with us. She wasn't having it. It didn't go anywhere, but hey, I tried. But that was literally just me trying to be as present for my baby as possible 24/7. That was the end game there. So,
and thank God I don't have any personal experience with my daughter's mom. You know, the only time I felt some kind of way is when I wanted to come get her, especially when she moved about an hour away. She was on punishment. And I felt some kind of way, but I also understood too, because now it's like, okay, well, if I let you off punishment, or well, I let you go with your dad, now I can't enforce the punishment, because with me, I'm not going to enforce the punishment. I'm like, look, you with dad now, we out. You can be on punishment when you get back home. So her mom was like, you know, she can't come with you this weekend. She on punishment. And I'm like, yo, but I understood. But at the time, I felt some kind of way. But that's the only time I ever had any, actually, no drama really. But that right there, I felt some kind of way with. I'm like, all right, I get it. You put her on punishment. So, all right, whatever.
Get it.
I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, we all know stories of women weaponizing custody and all that stuff, and weaponizing the children against the man to get what she wants, shit like that. But I don't have those situations. I don't deal with that kind of stuff. You know, even with my son's dad, we
that
never
was
had no.
real quick before you. I was gonna say there's also toxic dads too. So I don't want to make it one side. It seemed like we just attacking women. It happens both ways. Toxic parents be better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a deadbeat dad or a toxic baby mom. It ends up being around the same. You know what I'm saying? But it's all nonsense, man. It's silly. It's all silly. But I don't know. Nothing. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to another subject. Were there any other teasers we needed to get back to? I feel like we didn't get to them all.
I think that was it as far as I know. I think we
off of the last episode. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it.
Yeah.
All right, where we want to go now?
Hey, we all rap heads. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's do it. This is going to be a topic here, and well, you know what? I'm just gonna hit play and let the film do the talking. All right. So here we go. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
5 Pusha T records, not the records he's featured on. If 5 Pusha T records came on right now, could you rap them?
You could rap 5 Pusha T records?
Yeah. Could you wait? Could you rap 5 Pusha T records right now if they started playing?
What do you mean rap? Though, like the hook?
Could you sing them?
Verse for verse, they came on like certain joints. Like
no, not certain. No, I'm saying, could you rap? All right, could you rap 5 J verses if they came?
Absolutely.
Could you rap with 5 Drake verses if they came on?
Nah, you lying. But I've never been a big Drake fan.
You're lying because you work at radio. If 5 Drake records came on right now, you would be rapping them because they play on the radio all day.
I know, absolutely. But to rap lyric to lyric like I could do Jay, I couldn't. But he's still dope. And he clipped.
Jim started tapping his foot before he did that.
I'm just gonna say that because I don't want to get it because them niggas will be like, yo, Jim way well and them. Shout out to Pusha T. 5 Push.
All right.
So that's basically how the beef started between Jim and Push. So I think there was another interview. Jim was saying Push not top 50 at all. And the crazy thing is, at the end of it, he said, all respect to Push, give him his flowers. But he was like, the way he was talking, I'm like, you can't just talk the way you talking and then be like, yo, shout out to Push, you good.
You ain't shit, but I love you.
Right? That's like, yo, no disrespect, but this nigga's ass. All right, but no disrespect though. Like, no, you can't say no disrespect and then disrespect me, right? Like, that's what he's doing.
But because we can't play any of the music because it's copyrighted, Pusha fired off a response this past weekend at the Louis Vuitton show, and then Jim fired off his response maybe a day or two later off the same beat, and it was honestly much better than I anticipated. There was some shots in there. the one where he was like, your brother jumped in bed, you tell him to move over. I was like, God.
See, like, so I was listening to G. I don't think you listened to the Joe Budden podcast.
I listened to that particular one.
Where Jim
I think
Jones
it was like
called
12
in.
minutes. I think it was like 12 minutes. He played both the responses.
Well, so no. So Jim Jones actually called in on the Joe Budden podcast, and Joe was like, "Listen, man, I don't know if you want to do this. Like, it's gonna be." He was like, "Who don't want to do this?" So he's ready. Like Jim Jones is ready, and now I think the issue is most people feel like Jim Jones can't do this with a guy like Pusha T. So let's talk about it. Like, do y'all think? Go ahead. That's why you want to jump in.
I think he could, depending on what lane they pick. Like, if Jim Jones is clowning him like he clearly did with some of the shots, I think he's okay. If he tries to get into like the rap part of it, where Push is known for, mind you, Push ain't even come out and say anything that's like, you know, dropped any jaws that made you like, oh, that was dope. Fired a little, you know, he's out there testing to see what he can bait him with. I think we all know that Push is methodical right now, strategic. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna get Jim to come back at me hard, so now I can come at him with some ish that's gonna blow the internet up.
So in his original verse that came out, you know, at the fashion show, he was talking about how the house got repoed and all that stuff. Like your jewelry ain't real and all. Like he did all that already. Like,
it's not as bad as him saying what happened to that boy. It looked like you've been selling crack to that boy. He went personal at Push's brother. Push didn't really go. He, you know, made some allegations about repo and fake jewelry and I'll turn your heaven, whatever for the hell of it type of thing. Light stuff. Like I said, baiting, just, you know, baiting the water to see what he can catch. Jim Joe took the bait. Now Push about to fire off some heat, and I'm here for it. Now, rap-wise, Jim, no, not on the same level as Push with the rapping, with the bars. Jim, like I said, drop that response. Much respect to him. Much entertaining than I thought it was going to be. Because I'm like, let's see. He was on beat with it. He was a little funny with it. Drops. I'm like, all right, Jim, this is going to be more entertaining than I thought.
Doug, have you heard any of this? I haven't heard any of this. That clip you just played is all I've seen. Only thing I was gonna say, because I don't feel like I'm as much a rap head as y'all. I just listen. I don't really get into it. But I was gonna agree literally with what G just said, is that I don't think Jim raps on the same level as Pusha to me. But I don't know.
I mean, they rap about the same stuff, weight and crime and stuff like that. And you know, I think the
But I am interested to hear. I am interested to hear what G was talking about with what Jim put out.
I saw a tweet, and it's changed the way I even hear Pusha T now. I read words, and it changed the way that I hear Pusha T. So the tweet said it sound like Pusha T raps with a flashlight under his face. Wait, it sounds crazy. I saw Duck's face. Wish you could take a break and let Duck hear the song real quick. G, do you have the link for? Can you text it in the group, like for Duck to listen to and go on mute? Like, bro, it's so funny because
you talk about his response to Jim, right?
I want you to send him Pusher's initial response to Jim, like the one that he did at the show.
Oh yeah, okay.
Y'all understand the reference, like the flashlight under the face, like you're trying to tell a scary story. So when you hear, I went back and listened to it, bro, and I can't unhear it. It's so funny to me, man. Like I want Duck to hear it, and I want to get your thoughts on it. Even you don't have to listen to the whole thing. If you listen to like 20 seconds of it, like it sounds just like that. Like he trying to scare somebody, and that shit is hilarious. And
yeah, now that I think about it,
that's a shame.
But you know, that's always been his style. He's not going out you never heard anyone say Push rode the track. Like, I never heard those words. He's witty. He got bars. He got metaphors. All of that. That's what you expect from him. You never expect him to go in like a Ludacris, on the beat, like the flow.
Right. He's not the type of person to find the pocket. He just comes in, he'll find the beat, and then he'll just do his own thing on it,
Yeah.
But that whole when I read that tweet that he rap like he got a flashlight, he hold the flashlight under his face, bro. I fucking died, man. I died, and now Jim is winning. I don't
just off of that. That's all.
Just off of that, bro.
That's
just
all
off of that. That joint had me rolling, bro. It had me rolling. Look, duck over there. It was so funny to me, man. Like I couldn't believe it. I was over there. I was cracking up, man. All right. So,
but Jim flow was surprisingly on point.
Nah, Jim was
even the beat, even the music, the melody, like goes with that, like supports the the flashlight. It's not just his flow and what he's saying. It's the whole picture together. Yeah, that is accurate.
I think what we'll do is I'll go back and edit the podcast description. We'll put the link in there so y'all can hear it in case y'all haven't heard it yet. And it's all in good fun. I think hip hop is missing this.
Yeah.
I think hip hop is missing people responding in 48 hours and putting a song back out. You know what I mean? Like
not even just putting out a good quality disc. Like taking the time to be strategic about it, methodical about it, not just, Also, I hate these kind of discs where rappers run to the money about how much money they got, how many women they got, how many worldly possessions. No, bro, get to the bars. Like, I don't want to hear rich rap disses. Like, oh, I got more money than you. I'm like, I don't care about that. Get to the bars.
Right. Yeah. And that's the part that makes this more fun. Like it's listening to them like just joke on each other. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I like. It's good, man. It's good.
So who you got winning?
Huh?
Who you got winning?
When it's all said and done, or as of right now?
Oh, when it's all said and done, smoke clear.
I honestly think I think Push gonna say something personal. He'll probably say something about like Jim Jones' wife or something like that, and people are gonna be like, all right, that's enough. Like, stop. Like, no more.
Do you think it's going to go the level that he took it with Drake with that record? Because I always felt that Drake got a cop out when he talked about Jay Prince hit him up and said, bro, don't release that track. I felt like that was a cop out for him because I don't know if he really had a response for him. Because, bro.
Right. Well, because what happened was he Push It got so personal, talking about his son that nobody knew about and shit like that. Like, he got so personal, it was like, all right, Drake got to answer with more personal shit now. Now you got to get personal too if you want to keep that same energy. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Push will do that first, and then people are gonna be like, nah, chill, because Jim Jones, he not gonna just like Jim Jones the type of he'll run up on you. Like, when I see you, it's up. And like a physical altercation, and nobody wants to see that, like for either party either, by the way. Like, nobody, like, that's not what we're looking for. We excited because of the lyrics and the bars coming. I think, and like I said, I think Push will say something a little over the top, and then somebody be like, all right, that's enough, like, just let it go. I can see that happening again.
So you think he coming out with jabs or body hits, body shots next go? No. If he's gonna come back, he's gonna throw some haymakers. It's gonna be some body shots in there. Agreed.
I think the opening line gonna be a haymaker, followed by a couple of jabs, and then it'll be back to the body, some more haymakers, and then he'll end it with jabs and laughing and shit. You know what I mean? Like he was just having fun. You know what I mean? But that's just that's how I think it's gonna play out. I still think though Jim will get the better of him, believe it or not. I really think Jim Jones will get the better of him. Jim Jones' catalog and all that stuff. He asked the question that he asked in the clip that we played, can you rap along with him? No, you can't. Because Push is one of those guys that raps about stuff that most people can't relate to, don't know about. You know what I mean?
But come on, we
And
all
so-
had a 9 to 5. How many songs we listen to about murder and drugs on our 9 to 5? We not about that life. It's more so about first of all, he raps well. Like, we don't have to guess what he's saying. Like, we understand word for word what that man's saying. So he makes it easy to rap along. But also, I don't feel like he has catchy songs, I guess is what I want to say.
I would agree with that.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But how do you think it's gonna play out? Who do you think is gonna come out on top when it's all said and done?
Push for sure. I want to see how disrespectful it gets. Like, we already 1 for 1. We got Push got 1 record, Jim got 1 record. I just want to know how many more before they go. How many more they get off, and also I don't want it to get to a point where it's like, all right, man, I don't care about the beef anymore. Like, I want it to end on a good note. It's like a good story. I want it to end good. Like, I don't want this to be drugged out.
You want to enjoy it, but you want it to be succinct too. Like, we don't need it to go forever.
Yeah.
But I do, like y'all said, I don't know if it was you or Mike earlier, but just the quick responses, the back and forth real quick. Like, I appreciate that. That's nostalgic. That is nostalgic from growing up in the 90s and early 2000s. So
yeah, unless you got something that you sitting on that you waiting to expose, then hey, by all means, 24 to 48 hours, drop it. But if you don't got anything and you just dropping something for, oh, bro, they on me, I gotta say something. No, because then you run the risk of what happened to Meek Mill. He used that Undertaker beat, got sued for that, won, and the response was trash. So you took a double L.
All right. We're gonna stick with some more current stuff. Well, it's not current. This is actually an old video I want to share. We done with the rap topic? We done?
Yeah.
All right. This is something I saw online. I put it in the room. I wanted y'all to watch it so we can discuss it. Hopefully y'all watched it. But I want to get y'all thoughts on this one here. I thought this was very, very interesting. Let me add it to the stream here, and then I'll blow it up and go full screen. Y'all let me know. Is it full screen now?
No, it's more so like,
I mean, but it's centered though.
I'm about to say it's bigger. You can still see us. Yeah, it's what you're.
All right, here we go. So this is kind of long. It's 4 minutes, and I just want y'all. All right, let me give a little synopsis before I hit play. This woman is in a Subway, and she's ordering a couple of sandwiches for her and some children. It's a lot of children in the room with this woman at the time. And so someone says something to her. One of the employees in the beginning of the Subway line says something to her, and she starts spazzing on this man. But while she's spazzing on him, and when I say like she says some of the most disrespectful stuff you can say to another person, especially someone you don't know. And while she's in the middle of spazzing, she's still ordering her food. I want y'all to see this, and we're gonna break this down when we're done. All right. So this is 3 minutes long. Here we go.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm spending money. You gonna give me what I asked for? That's right. I'm special to you. I'm special to you. Italian baby. American cheese. Yes, ma'am. Now you're ignorant, bitch. Your mama the bitch. You faggot ass fag. Now you can come outside and we can get it. Cause I'm a real nigga. Bitch ass nigga. That's what you are. Come on outside since I'm an ignorant bitch. Come on outside since I'm an ignorant bitch. Dumb like your mama for having your ass. She should have swallowed your punk ass. She should have swallowed your punk ass. Lettuce. A little, you can take some of that lettuce off. Tomato, salt, and pepper. Yes, ma'am. I wanted them all in the oven. And on my other sandwiches, because I was having 4. Fuck you! These my grandkids, bitch! You need to stop talking to me while I'm talking to her while you being an unprofessional bitch-ass nigga. Because I don't give no fuck about your job at Subway. And I'm going to show you that tomorrow. How I don't give a fuck about your Subway job. I'm going to show you. Mayonnaise and mustard, salt and pepper.
Yo,
Yes,
she's
ma'am.
killing me, man. Mayonnaise and mustard.
Yes, you can wrap that one up.
We can go outside right now.
But when y'all close, I see your punk ass when you get off. I see your bitch ass when you get off. I will. I'm gonna see you have the motherfucking same attitude. You have the same attitude and stop doing what you're doing and putting your punk ass outside. Same thing you just put on everything else. That's too much lettuce. Thank you.
She's the one recording this, by the way. I want y'all to know that. She's recording.
Yes, ma'am. I had 2 orders. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Italian herb and cheese. Wrap it up. Fucking nothing ass nigga. Subway working ass bitch. Come on outside. Come on outside. Come your punk ass outside. Can I use one of y'all phones to call my motherfucking husband while you talking shit so he can come and dust your punk ass up? You right. You right. Can I one of y'all please? Let me. Bring your punk ass out here! Your mama the dumb black bitch! Like I said, that hoe should have swallowed your punk ass! She should have swallowed your faggot ass! You dick sucking ass fag! Don't talk to her. Okay. Take some of that lettuce off. Okay, yeah, tomatoes. Salt and pepper. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Because I wasn't saying all I asked you was all Italian. I ain't say nothing else. To make your job smooth, I said all sandwiches was Italian, nothing else. Same bread and everything. You popped off, old hoe ass nigga. Now I'm popping off, bitch. Pop your punk ass outside. Pop your punk no, bitch. You an embarrassment to your motherfucking mama because I know your daddy don't give a fuck because you working at Subway. You get fucking ass fat. Salt and pepper, mayonnaise and mustard. I'm a straight ignorant bitch. Bring your punk ass out here. I'm talking like your mama. I'm talking like your mama.
Bro, so much to unpack, yo.
So I don't even know where to start. I want to start with the intermittent manners. Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a real nigga. Yes, so
bring your bitch ass. Your mama should have swallowed you. Yes, ma'am. Lettuce and tomato. That's too much lettuce. Yes, ma'am. Yes, please toast it. Yes, ma'am. What?
So I was looking at the comments under the tweet, and people were saying how out of line she was, and she was wrong, and she shouldn't have been talking like that in front of the kids. And
I agree.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree, G. If I'm being 100% with you, that was not misplaced hate. That wasn't misplaced anger. It was directed at one. She ain't going there tearing stuff up. She ain't going there throwing food around. She was super respectful to everybody else. Yes, so ma'am, please.
That was
thank you.
Even the other dude she was calling yes, sir, like once or twice in the video. Like,
but I don't know if there's anything that would make me want to go off like that. One, in public. Two, in front of my kid. I'm trying to set the example. Like, there's a lot of stuff I will shrug off. Like, only friends and family push buttons for me, really. Really, if I'm really being honest, people that know me, friends and family, can set my buttons off. A no-name individual that say something slick to me, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, I might just look at you and just turn back to what I was doing. Like, you're not even worth the effort, bro.
Nah, I don't agree. I don't agree at all. So we gotta try to assess the little bit of that video that we got, right? Like, we only got 3 minutes, but at about halfway through it, she says, I came in here and told you I wanted 4 of the same sandwich to make your little punk ass job easier, and you want to pop off at the mouth. So it sounded like she came in and said, hey, I'm ordering 4 Italian whatevers on this bread, Italian herb with cheese, and I want them this way. And he was like, oh, here she go with this complicated ass order. I'm just imagining that he made I
didn't even think that. I think it's more likely that, oh, what did you want the next one to be? Like, I think that's more likely.
I'm gonna say why I disagree with that part.
He started to make one Italian and
put too much lettuce on it.
No, because it's a train system. It was a train system there. So all he had to do was get the bread ready. That was his job, was to get the right roles, because
It's not the
the
bread and the
topics,
meat.
huh?
It's not the bread and the meat in his station.
Maybe he did have the bread and the meat, but whatever his job was, like she said, I tried to make it simple for you, and
Right.
then you want to go pop off at the mouth.
And
So
you don't think that he asked what the second one was after he did the first one?
even if he did, she wouldn't have went off like that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because later on in the video, she says to somebody, "No, everything is the same: mustard, mayo,
He did
salt,
say that.
pepper, lettuce, little bit of lettuce." Like
She did say
she
that.
was consistent. Even she said it 3 times. Take some of that lettuce off. She was consistent all the way down. She didn't flip out on that person. I told you already, a little bit of lettuce. Like she could have flipped on that person. She didn't flip. He said something, and gee, you know how I am when I go into a business or a service.
Yeah.
I expect the service to be a certain way. Now, when we in a big group, you've heard me when we went to Dave and Buster's, my man was taking orders and stuff, and I'm like, oh, so you're just gonna start talking to other people in the middle of my order, right? Like, but I said that to us. I didn't say that. I didn't say that to him.
Yeah.
But when we were ordering food, I was like, all right, so he gonna fuck my order up, and y'all ain't tell me he was standing right behind me when I was saying some of the stuff that I was saying. I didn't care, but it's the point that if you are in the service industry, that's your job. Don't complain about having to do your job.
And
I'm not
honestly,
asking you to go
That's true.
above and beyond what you asked
Yeah.
for. So
Black-
if you complain when I ask you something that's within your job, I think I'm supposed to. I'll turn up. You see me in T-Mobile, G. You see me in T-Mobile when everything was laid out. Homie ain't even want to type nothing in the system. Like, bro, they said I was coming to this location before I even got here. Like, you should just be able to pull my account up. Nah, we don't do that here. And I'm sitting here like, find me somebody else to talk to. Gee, you were there.
Yeah, I was
You
there.
were there for that.
And honestly, if you want to get even more recent, when you bought your latest car, I don't remember exactly what was going on, but I know you was getting ready to walk out. I think the price wasn't what they told you over the phone or something. And he's like, yo, hey, let's go. And I think he got on the phone to call somebody. He's like, no, we can do that. And that's when you sat back down. I was like, oh man.
In certain fights, you're not gonna win, right? I arranged everything over the phone to get my car. I'm up there with thousands and thousands of dollars in cash for these people to get this car, and you're gonna come out here and tell me something different. No, absolutely not. But that's not a food. That's not, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
if you don't have those answers, I'm just gonna get up and walk out. There's no amount of yelling is gonna get me the car or the deal that I was told over the phone before I got here.
exactly. But I also feel like Black people are good for going to their job and not wanting to do their job. Like, they'll complain about it. Oh, here I go with, like you said, you're in the service industry. You don't want to be in the service industry. Find another gig.
I was 100% on the side of this woman in this whole video. Because now you talking about he tried to say, oh, you embarrassing Black people. Well, no, I'm embarrassing your Black ass, bitch. Like, because now she's also setting an example for the kids. Don't let nobody in the service industry just treat you any kind of way. I'm for that. I'm with that, yo. I was all on her side this whole video.
Again, for me, I don't have the energy. Like last week, me and Duck was playing around. AKA asked, "Oh, where's the beef at?" I'm like, "Look, man, I ain't got the energy to go at it with nobody." And Doug was like, no, I'm supposed to talk about you. I'm gonna make you expel this energy. Like, bro, I got a couple slick comments in me.
Yes, and what I said was, if there was beef, you are going to use the energy on me. Yes, that's what's going to happen. I'll be damned.
See, I got a couple slick comments in me, or just slick facial expressions, like, bro, whatever. And not towards you. I'm just saying in general.
In general, the funny part is I'm the exact same way. So I've been thinking about this the last few months. Like, we go on YouTube and whatever social media, and you see all these Karen stories, and I've been like, yo, I've been waiting for mine. Then I thought about it, and I realized I'm never going to have a Karen story because I'm always the dude to give a slick look, make a slick comment, or likely more than anything, I'm going to just walk away. I'll say whatever. Like, I'll respond to you. Yo, I don't work here. And then I might laugh you off and then just walk away. Like, you're not going to have the opportunity for it to escalate. So I was in that respect, we're very much the same way.
Yeah, like, I don't know you. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to go home and sleep well at night.
Yeah, to the same point you made earlier. You're not getting under my skin if I don't know you. Like you got to know me, and it's got to be an accumulation of activity or behavior for you to get under my skin.
Wait. Y'all think that the guy was under her skin?
To an
For you to
extent.
react, for you to react like that, absolutely. Whatever was said, yes. You got no composure. She had zero Nah.
She had no she had all the composure in the world. Did you watch the same video?
Not when she was talking to him.
She was trying to get under his skin. He wasn't under her skin. She was saying any and everything to provoke him. She wanted him to lose
because he was already.
Yeah, but did you see his composure? We don't know what. I assumed that it was it was way better than hers. We didn't even really hear. I didn't really hear what his comments were.
He can't. His manager was right there. His manager said over and over, "Stop talking to her." His manager was he couldn't do nothing.
Oh, that was his manager. I thought it was just a coworker.
No, that was the manager. She said, "Stop talking to her. Stop talking to her." And listen, in the service, this is gonna sound, oh man, when you're in the service industry, you do what I tell you to do, as long as it's within your job description. Period. Don't talk back to me, or if you give me attitude, I'm gonna demean you. Not now. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it every time, but people are gonna demean you. Like, do you know who you like? You work at fucking Subway. Make the fucking sandwich. I asked you to do one thing. Is this too complicated for you? Now I'm gonna get under your.
I know they train your ass. I used to work in fast food. It's the same shit everywhere.
Right, but that's right. Like in her mind, I don't need these sandwiches from you or your little bitch ass. I'll go to the Subway that's 3 miles down the street.
Right.
It's another Subway not far from here. I'll just go get it from over there.
Or these kids should be just as happy with Burger King, whatever. Like it makes no difference.
I think she was trying to get under his. I don't think he was under her skin at all.
But I think for her to act that way, already under her skin.
Mike, in order for her to react like that, there was a level of annoyance.
There's no way you get to that point without already being bothered.
All right, are y'all saying that she was annoyed or he was under her skin? Those are two different things.
He was already under. He might have said something that triggered her, and now he's under her skin. Now she's trying to provoke him. She's trying to get under his skin.
She's trying to get him to match her energy.
Was old boy at T-Mobile under my skin, G?
To an extent. I'm not gonna say as his service, his lack of service was under your skin. Like, I'm there for a service, you're supposed to provide it. You're standing there looking all nonchalant, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like,
hey,
right.
That is something that I do a lot. I go back to Hertz and looking for a Karen example. I'm gonna keep this quick. We had a few satellite locations, and my last like 2 or 3 months I was managing one in Lawrenceville, but the dealership had closed off our office. They were doing a big renovation, so we didn't have a phone. And they were like, "Yo, before we close this office officially, forward the phones to the Hamilton store." And so I did that, the Hamilton Square location. So I couldn't get any phone calls from customers to the location, the desk I was sitting at the dealership. And so we had this lady come in. She had been calling all day, literally all day. And she was livid. She was like, "This doesn't work." Picked up the phone, slammed it down. "This don't work. This don't work." No, you want to try to call it right now? It literally does not. It won't ring. You can try it right now. But I was just sitting there. She was like, how are you? You got to help me. You got to, why don't you do better? Where's the car? Where's the car? I was, yo, listen, I got the car. I need you to calm down. Just relax. But I wasn't matching her energy, and it just made her worse and worse. The people that worked at the dealership were getting mad at me because they felt like I should have been like more responsive. But I was like, yo, not while she acting like this.
Exactly. I'm like, now both of us are yelling at each other, and now just turned into
nothing's getting done. Nothing's getting done. And for as upset as you are, I get it, but the phone was forwarded. No, lady, I didn't get a single one of your phone calls.
I don't think y'all know what it means for somebody to be under your skin.
Break it down to us, because we might have the same definition. We might not. We might be in the same neighborhood, but different blocks.
All right, so Duck, the T-Mobile example, okay? I think I was going to get a new phone?
SIM card.
I was going to get a new SIM card, Duck. The SIM card that T-Mobile gave me just flat out didn't work. My phone said no signal, no service, whatever. And I was troubleshooting at work. take the SIM card out, take the battery out, wait a minute, blah, blah, blah. We went through the whole shebang. So T-Mobile was like, all right, sir, now customer service on the phone. You have to go to this store and get another one, and it's going to be $50. I was like, I'm not paying y'all because your SIM card don't work in my phone. There's no water damage, blah, 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 blah. I'm not doing that. I said, pull up my account. Y'all see I've been a long-time customer. Like, I'm not paying because your equipment is faulty. I need another SIM card. So they put me on hold. They come back. All right, sir. It's when you get to the store, they're going to tell you it's a $50 fee or $100 fee, whatever it was, but it's already credited and waived to your account. You don't have to pay anything. So just go to this store. They told me Olden Avenue in Trenton. You can go there. Just let them know your name. They'll pull up the account and they'll get the SIM card for you. I said, okay.
That's next to
I
where
said,
the Payless used to be?
What you say?
It's next to where the Payless used to be?
Yes.
it's a Club View or something like that, or a Purple
Payless,
CBT?
GameStop, all that?
Yes. Yeah,
Across from
yeah,
Home
right
Depot?
there. Yep. So I asked them on the phone, can you call the location and make sure they know that I'm coming? I'm only coming on the lunch break. Like, I can't be there long. Like, all right, cool. G says, Mike, let's go. I get in there and I tell old boy I need a SIM card. I think he said, he didn't say we don't do that here. He tried to make me pay for it again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm not paying you anything. It's already in my account. I'm not paying for it. He's like, well, I can't give you the card. I was like, yes, you can. He was like, no, I can't give you the card. I said, all right. So I said, I called customer service. They told me to come here. They told me I'm picking it up at no charge. He was like,
basically stared right at him.
now.
How old was this young fella? Please.
I don't know.
Please.
Old enough to know better.
He was in his 20s, yeah. Like he wasn't just like
I was hoping he was. I was about to say I was hoping he was a teenager for his sake.
No, he was in his 20s. He's like he was old enough to drink. He might have been 22, 23, something like that. So I'm sitting here now and I'm annoyed because I know what I was told. This nigga didn't look, this kid didn't look up anything on the computer. He just sitting here trying to tell me you're gonna have to pay. No, I'm not. Like, I called already. Hey, yo, my man, go get somebody else, please. Go get somebody else because you're not gonna do your job. Go find me somebody that's gonna listen to what I'm saying, please. And then the manager came out. Manager typed my name in the system. Oh, Mr. Andrews, I got your SIM card right here. Just like that. Just like, and now when the manager said that, I looked my man right in the eyes.
I would have wanted to slap the shit out of him. Like
now see, the thing is though, I was annoyed with him and his lack of just trying. He wasn't under my skin though.
Well, no, I get that. That's different. I get that. That's different.
But had I started cursing and see you dumbass, like now if you had just got up and did what the fuck I told you, I could have flipped on him, but that don't mean he was under my skin. I was just annoyed with him and him not doing his job.
Right.
That's not under my skin. Now, the flip side of somebody being under your skin is they've done something to offend you personally. He was treating me like any other person that walked through the door. That wasn't a personal attack. That had nothing to do with Michael.
When you break it down like that,
you want a new SIM card. It costs $50. Like that's
right. He was doing the standard operating procedures, but he wasn't listening to what I was saying. Pull my account up in the system, you'll see what I'm talking about. He wasn't doing that part. That's what annoyed me, right? This woman in this video we just played, was hurling personal attacks to him. I'm talking about you and your mama. I know your daddy don't give a fuck about you. Like she was saying everything that was to get under his skin. That was to offend you.
Yeah.
She ain't had no beef with nobody at Subway. She had no problem with the sandwiches. She ain't insult the food. She ain't insult the establishment. It was him. I'm going to see you outside. I'm calling my husband so we can come up here and pop off on your ass. Like, she was trying to offend him, get under his skin. Those are two different things.
Yeah. And I do have a question. I think Mike just spoke about it. Go ahead, Doug. What you say?
I was just gonna say, I still feel like it's a result of him getting under her skin with whatever was said before the camera started.
Callie, my dog, he been watching me. He know you don't get
under
my
skin.
Callie, you don't know.
Mike is patient.
You don't know this man like I know this man, Callie.
That's not true. That's not true, y'all. I've grown, first of all, and Callie's been
I can acknowledge that. I can acknowledge 100%. I can acknowledge that but I've still seen some shit.
For real. You probably still got that hole at your old house in the wall.
Oh man, I've seen.
No, but see what Callie is saying is right. So his comment here says, take a lot to get under Mike's skin. So I'm talking about the personal attacks, right?
No. I was talking about the he's patient part. That's what I was making a comment on.
No, but it takes a lot to get under my skin, right? You can throw insults at me and all that. Like I do shows all the time talking about the Niners, right? And people come in here, Mike's dumbass takes again. Here we go, blah blah blah. Right? That shit rolls off my back. That's personal attacks trying to get under my skin. When I see people trying to affect me and my takes, it don't bother me. That stuff don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? I get annoyed with bad customer service. I get annoyed with like general stupidity. Like when I think you should know better, that really sets me off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's stuff like that that I don't have patience for. But it takes a lot to get under my skin to personally offend me.
I'm trying to think right now. Instance, it's funny. Like I can see the look on your face when something has gotten under your skin, but I can't remember anything that's triggered it in my head right now.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that was.
But I know that look on your face. I know when it happens.
I know when I shot my man that look at T-Mobile, G was like, I'm gonna go wait outside.
But I agree with G. The patient thing. You've grown. You've grown.
But getting off of Mike real quick, still touching on the subject of the lady, the part where she said, "Can I borrow somebody else's phone? I'm about to call my husband up here." Now our significant other. We all got significant others in this scenario. Our wives are going at it with a person of the opposite sex, because she technically was going at it with a member of the opposite sex. Just name calling, just shouting and yelling. And she said, "Babe, you need to get here right now and beat this nigga behind." What you doing? Are you asking questions or are you going?
Damn straight, I'm asking questions. I'll go. I'm gonna ask questions when I get there.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm asking questions on the way there. I'm like, hold on. So what was said? Did he say anything? Did he, threaten you? Like, if he just said words, I'm like, baby, just leave or get the sandwiches and I
was about to say it's tough because it's your significant other. But in general, I feel like, especially in that situation, you're daring a man. You're not even daring. She was straight telling him, "Hey, come see me outside." Like, yo, if he went out there and beat the brakes off of her, you had it coming. That's how I feel in general. Now, if it's my lady, I have to step in because you done some dumb shit. So, and that's how I feel. Like, it's gonna sound bad, but these women need to be trained. If not all of them, but
not all.
Some of them need to be taught how to act in public, how to conduct yourself, especially with another man. There's an inherent between men. You don't see it that often unless they're just crazy. But like, there's an inherent threat of violence, and that's why men don't escalate things the way women do, in general.
Yep. Mike, what you doing? Sis call you up, babe. Dude popping off at the mouth at Subway. Come handle it.
And that's another thing. My first question is, why are you going to Subway? They're terrible. But
you're like, what do you expect? You went to Subway. Why do you expect that somebody's popping off at you? That's your problem.
Mute it.
My wife wouldn't call me to come whoop somebody's ass unless she felt it was necessary, because she knows I got a short trigger.
But in this scenario,
but I wouldn't even ask questions. If she called me saying, "I want you to come over here and fuck somebody up," my wife, and I don't know the scenario, but if I receive that phone call, I'm on my way. I'm not asking questions. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because if it's my wife and she calls me, she knows I don't play certain games. I'm coming and I'm bringing the wrath.
Basically, you trust her judgment that it's necessary.
Right.
And that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Now, if I show up and I'm popping off and then I see the video, I'm like, wait, I'm over here beefing because he gave you the wrong bread. Like,
see, that's why you need to ask questions, because now you need to know what you're going into.
Nah, but he called her out her name a couple of times and everything. Like, nah, that's enough. That's enough. You can get boop bop real quick. I ain't gonna kill nobody over it. You know what I'm saying? But I'll thump him up real quick. All right, now get back to your job, young man. Next time you learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that. Like, I would do I would, and I'd still be mad, babe. Like that could have went real left. You don't know who he is, who he had in the car. That's what you called me out here for. You get what I'm saying? Like that's
Mike said, I'm pulling up on scene, beating everybody. We'll talk about it in the car when nobody's
I'm about
around.
to say, Mike's asking questions after the fact.
yeah. Much after when she showed me that video, I'm like, this is what I was here for. Like,
What was that about?
Right, you hurt his feelings already. What do you want me to do? Physically hurt him too?
Why I put that poor boy in IR?
But I also know how my woman is too. If she called me, it's for something serious. So I know I probably would run there with the quickness. Now, if it was, somebody I dated in my past who's easily triggered, I would probably be asking many questions before I arrive.
I get it. That was a good
Mike,
video.
is there a bug on the screen, Mike?
No, so I'm trying to include the link to this video in the description. I'm trying to actively update the description while we're on the air, and it's telling me I have to like verify that I'm the one putting the link in there, like we didn't get hacked. So I'm doing the verification and all that stuff now. That's all. It's just steps. Because this is a new account, I didn't know that we had to do all that. I didn't do all that before, so that's on me. That's my fault. Y'all can ignore me, but yeah. So I thought that was funny. I thought we would get a good laugh out of that, and we did. It was actually pretty cool.
I still feel like, hey man, black people, we got to do better, bro. Some stuff we could let slide. You popping off at the counter, making my sandwich, whatever, bro. You work at Subway, make my sandwich.
It's funny because when y'all say it like that, it sounds so disrespectful. But at the same time,
that's all you gotta do.
I'm about to say that is his job, so it's not disrespectful. That is literally
what now I can make it disrespectful. Like, yo, bro, you work at Subway, make my sandwich, man, so I can go on about my important life. You working at Subway. We didn't see a good look at his face. We don't know how old he was. We can't even be like, and it's even worse if you older. Because now we can really play you and be like, bro, you're a grown man working at Subway. Shut up and make my sandwich. Like, that alone is some disrespectful stuff.
Oh,
yeah, man. It's different, man. It's different. I don't know, but that was that topic. Do we have anything else? We over an hour. I'm supposed to be doing a 49ers podcast, but I don't know if I'm doing that tonight, not now.
Well, I got one because this still deals with June, and June for men is Men's Health Month, mental health, physical health. So I don't know if Mike knows, but Duck, you don't know. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I was diagnosed 2 years ago.
Wow.
So I have my mom's sweet tooth, who also has her father's sweet tooth. So I really got it bad. So me and my wife were in the store. And I'm like, well, I want this. She's like, babe, no, you can't have that. And I was like, babe, wouldn't you rather have me around for a short time? I asked her, would you rather have me around for a short time, but I'm happy, or I'm around for a while and I'm miserable? So my question to the fellas is, would you rather be around, regardless of what the situation is, would you rather be around a long time and miserable, or you're here for a short time and you happy? Regardless of what it is, junk food,
right?
Whatever.
Ideally, I'd have the best of both worlds. But if I gotta choose one, I'd much rather be here temporarily and happy the whole time.
Mike,
I got kids, so I kind of want to be here.
My daughter did pop into my mind when I was giving that answer, but
like I kind of want to be here for a while.
Miserable is tough though. I've been miserable.
For real, I've been miserable.
Tough,
I've been miserable.
I'm changing the answer by saying that. I'm not gonna be miserable. I'm not. I'll be like, hey, look, well, I just sneak something when she ain't looking, and I guess, and she'll be surprised when I go. Like,
but that's what I said, right? Ideally, I'd have the best of both worlds, because that is a conversation that me and my sister talked about often. Like, yo, I want to be here as long as I can, but that's the thing. Like, miserable for me, it takes a lot for me to get there too. So, I like longevity. It's certain things that, like, with old age, I don't want to need help doing certain
exactly
things.
And that's kind of what I picture. I'm like, if I ever get to the point where somebody has to take care of me, I'd rather go before it gets to that point.
I don't even necessarily know that I'm against being taken care of. It's just the degree of how much you're taking care of me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I would say that. Like, you
there's certain things. I'm okay with hiring a nurse to give me a sponge bath every day. Know what I mean? I'm okay with that.
Like, I'm good for being here. I can't define what a short time is, but I would rather be short and happy than long term and miserable. Now, flip side, our significant others, would you rather have them around for a short time and happy, or long term and miserable?
I need my wife for another 13 years. Get the kids old enough to get out the house, and then she could be as happy and unhealthy as she want to be, and I'll be right there along with her.
She in earshot. This is easier for me because I don't have a significant other.
But when you do get one, what would you wonder her to be around and happy? Because you can look back like that. We was only together for, let's say, 20 years. 20 years, when you think about it, it's not a long time, but it is. She was happy the entire 20 years.
Bruh, I can live with that. I can start over with someone younger. And that's the thing. For as much as I joke and I'll be like, yo, old sperm baby shouldn't exist, I'm cool with making a kid at 60.
Okay, Robert De Niro.
Oh, man. I'm cool with having another one, 60, 65. I recently found out a chick I went to high school with. She put a post about her dad's birthday, and I sat back and did the math. I was like, I think it was like 63 when he had you. Like, what in the world?
But then when you making these babies with old sperm, man, hey, they be having with some health problems.
The old sperm baby I got to know the best. He was probably, I don't know, 15 years younger than me. Little boy was probably in 3rd grade the last time I saw him, maybe 5th, I don't know. But like, one of his legs ain't the same length as the other. Like, he all skinny.
Really?
Yeah. And it was crazy because it wasn't just that he was an old sperm baby. Like, dad was hella old, but this was his second go round. He had grown kids, but the woman he got
was younger
than him, but she was probably in like her early 40s when she had the kid.
Al Pacino just
so
had
it was
a baby.
Old sperm and old egg.
Did y'all hear about that?
Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
Oh, they both having babies?
Yeah.
I heard one of them like 80, something like that, 89.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I'm like, yo, the girl that's having this baby, you gross. You nasty. And I ain't nasty in the good way now.
She just made her way into the will, or at least the baby made his way into the will.
But why she nasty though?
I don't know. It is. I mean, shout out to him for bagging the young girl.
They have rod extensions. Y'all gonna get the peen extension? That's like they got these surgeries now. They could tighten the sack, all that. Like she might not be dealing with old man balls.
He's still dealing with an old man. Like I said, shout out to him for pulling somebody younger. I think she was like late 30s, still a 30, 40 plus year age gap. Yeah. But on her part, like, bro, you couldn't find nobody in their 50s.
Not if he wanted to have babies, but then again,
the ones in the 50s might not have Robert and Al money.
He didn't want to have a baby because I heard that they did a paternity test and everything. So, although that could be standard,
the ones in their 50s might be looking at the ones in their 20s too.
I ain't gonna lie, shoot. If I was 50, I'm doing Leonardo DiCaprio. It's funny. It was a joke going on at the award ceremony that he was at. It was like, by the time that this award show is over, Leo date gonna be too old for him.
Oh shit!
I was dying, yo. He do be pulling some young girls. Though. I think they be
like 22, 23. Keep him for 3 years.
That's creepy, man. That's nasty.
If you rich and single, you can have anybody you want. Not to mention you're not ugly. So you got money, looks, you can pull anybody you want. You're not going. What age group would you go for then?
I don't know, but when I see 20-year-olds now, I'm like, how old is her? How old is she? Like, I see them as babies. It's weird. I don't know. I just see
it's very weird. I live in a town that like a lot of these kids go away to college, and when they come back, I'm just like, I could never. Like I'm saying, like right now, they're all like all the summer jobs and everything, and I'm just like, yo, they look like children. Like they look like they're still in high school. Like,
So you saying
like,
late 20s, early 30s for you, Mike? It's your group.
I might be mid 30s. Like I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. I would have to see the person. Like if they look young, I'm not attracted to it. Like
Yeah.
okay, check this out. Watch this, right?
right. And that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know
about to
how
say.
old-
I'm cool with mid to late 20s, but it depends on how they look.
I saw somebody talking about how sexy Selena Gomez is. All I see is a little girl on Disney Channel when I look at her.
See,
Like,
I didn't
her
watch
face-
the Disney Channel, so I look at her. I'm like, yep.
By the time I saw her, she was older and she was attractive. But I
Right.
recently saw a video of her. She looked a mess.
Yeah, her face is real wide, but I think she was sick. She had like a
Oh.
liver transplant and stuff like that, something like
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah, she did
But
have
there-
a transplant.
And I will
It was
say,
a
the
month
video I
ago.
saw, she was mad cool. Like she went live on Instagram. It was a clip of her going live on Instagram. She noticed fans were like just giving her money, and she was confused because she had never done it before. She was like, "This is not real money, right?" She was like, "No, don't give me your money. Like, can I give it back?" And they were like, "No." She well, I can donate. We're gonna end this, and she ended it because she didn't want her fans. So like, she's cool. She's cool. I'll give her that.
right.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I
Like,
I
I
never
don't
saw her
know,
on
man.
Disney
Like,
Channel.
I'm trying to think of like the youngest actor or actress that I would
Zendaya.
say I'm attracted-
I was about to say,
no.
No, my bad. I thought you was just trying to think of a young actor. I didn't let you finish that statement.
I'll tell you what, you run down names and I'll tell you like, all right, maybe you can run down some names, but Zendaya, no.
Well-
like she's shaped like a stick.
Yeah, no, I know she's older, but because my daughter watched her
But
on the
she
Disney
looks
Channel.
the same age as she did in that very first Spider-Man. But like, I don't know how old she was in that one, but like, she hasn't aged.
I mean,
She
that's
was
good
playing in high
genes.
school.
That's good genes, but
What you
some
say?
people you just kind of tend to look at them as like kids. Like what's her name? The singer Ariana Grande. I watched her when she was
Yes.
on the Nick show, and she still, in my mind, is built like a 13-year-old.
She looks exactly the same as she did 10 years ago.
Like
There's no
I
difference.
couldn't. I don't think I could. I'm like,
I can't think of nobody. I'm trying to think of somebody young, like, oh, okay. Oh, she bad. Like, but I don't like, and so that's the other thing too, right?
yeah,
Like
girl,
when I'm
Lola.
attracted to somebody, I'm like, oh, she's bad, right? When it's I can tell you that, like, oh, she's an attractive girl, like, oh, but she's cute. If I say they cute, I'm not looking at them that way. Like
You said
it's-
Lola, whatever her name is, the rapper.
Lola Brooke,
Yeah.
but she's cute because she's little. Lola Brooke also 30 something, but she's lying about her age online. But that's different. Lola Brooke was in like videos from 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, I thought she was
Like-
like 20s.
Nah, they trying to keep her looking young, but it's not that. But like she don't I don't know if she has sex appeal though. Like she's trying to be sexy, but now she look different. Like she look weird. I don't know. He said the girl Glee, that Big Sean. Oh yeah. Ariana Grande. He talking about Ariana Grande. I
Yeah.
was looking at the comments. Can y'all see the comments?
I didn't see that comment.
Alright,
The last one I saw was Mike having taken
I
a
got
Right.
us full screen, so I don't even see.
Oh, okay. So I'll put the comments up as they pop in here. I can't think of anybody young that I'm trying to think of. All right. Duck. Your girl from 300. Raven.
Oh, you
Raven?
mean the 100?
100. I'm sorry.
What is her name? I haven't thought about her in years. I haven't watched the show in a minute. I never finished the show, honestly.
I didn't finish the show either because it was just repetitive. It was every time they got off the
What's
plane.
bad is I got to the last. I got to the second to last episode of the second to last season, and I never watched the season finale of the second to last season. I never watched the final season.
But my thing is,
Lindsay Morgan. I think
how old is she? Let me Google her.
she's
What's her name?
close to my age. She's
See what I'm saying?
She's a few years younger than me.
You said her name is Lindsay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lindsay Morgan.
I gotta see what she look like, man. Bring her up on the middle screen.
I got you. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull up a picture of her.
I had to do it.
Oh, she is my age.
I had to do it.
Right, but you see the difference though. What we saying, like we said, oh no, she's bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she's your age. Like it's just, I don't know, man. I don't
And
see.
looking at these pictures, she definitely looked like age has done her well.
Yeah. All right, here. I'll let me share the screen real quick.
Because
Present.
she was attractive on the 100 to me at least for a skinny chick, but she definitely looks better now. Because you figure the 100 aired what? That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I'm gonna zoom in, G, so you can see, and I'll just cycle through some of the pictures they have on here of her. But like that was her on the
That
show.
was the 100, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But like she doesn't look cute. She's attractive. I could see somebody calling her cute, but she looks like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Because I always
Like
think
if,
when people say cute, it's either little kids or animals.
like, all right, this picture, she looks too young to me. And this picture right here, maybe it's how round her face is or something. You know what I don't know. This picture, she don't look that same way.
No.
This picture, she don't look that same way. So I don't know. But
I
I
think that's
can't I
why
didn't
Zendaya, when she goes to the war, she wears the grown women outfits to remove herself from being like a teen. Because most of the stuff
right.
she's a teen in most movies or TV shows, so she tried to separate herself from that image.
Right.
Right.
Remind the world I'm an actual adult. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all didn't name anybody so I could look them up and see. Like if I like
Uh, I uh, I can't think of anybody. Probably Selena Gomez. Y'all mentioned she.
we're looking for older women that look like children.
well no, I was just gonna tell y'all name some actresses and or even musicians even and be like, all right, what do you think about her? Okay, I got one for y'all. I don't know how old she is, but my girl Lotto.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
All right. So
she's
like
like 20s.
all right, so like to me, Lotto is bad. But I like her energy and all that stuff. Oh damn. I Googled Lotto and it came up with lottery tickets.
See, there's this one actress that I know that she got her start like as a kid because she was on a show I used to watch when I was growing up. And now she's got a regular role. We'll do Lotto, and then I'll get into it.
But I don't know how old she
But
is. You know what I mean?
she looks like a full grown adult. Like she is clearly an adult.
Yeah, there's nobody I'm really like crushing on, like celebrity wise.
Right.
There's a couple that I've seen in movies. And I'm like, oh, dag, in the movie, and then you kind of look them up in person, and like, they look better in the movie or the TV show. But they always kind of like fluff them up to look better.
It's like what you call it, Daenerys.
Oh yeah,
Much
yeah.
better
I saw her for the trailer for,
without the white hair. It does not work.
It doesn't at all, right?
And it's a shame.
So was it really the hair?
Nah, it was, bro.
That's the only difference when you see her. That's literally the only difference when you see her in anything else.
It was definitely the hair, bro. It was 100% the hair.
That's crazy.
Now I'm trying to see how old Lotto is now. So that might be the classification y'all were trying to like tell me like, all right, so Lotto it says Alyssa Michelle Stevens. It says she's 24. So there you go, mid-20s.
Wow.
Yeah, so I told you, 25, mid-20s to and up will probably be the range, depending on how they look. They not out here looking like Ariana or Zendaya. Then
Yeah. All right, but yeah, that's it. Any other topics we want to tackle? And I'm not rushing y'all either. Like I just don't want us to,
nah, that's it for me right now.
I had when I was actually looking through our thread here, of like some notes I had for us, right? And one of them says, hold on, let me read. I don't know if we did this though. Fired for calling the cops on thieves. Did we discuss that?
I know about the topic because I've read it. I don't remember us discussing it.
Then we got to discuss this thing. If we didn't discuss it, let's go ahead and break this
We
down. And I
definitely
can
didn't
delete it.
discuss it.
Okay. Because
All right, cool.
sometimes you kind of get deja vu, like you heard it, but you don't know, So yeah, let's get to it.
All right, check this out. This is gonna be crazy. All right, let me do the screen share thing. Let me share this tab instead. Let me bring.
Is it the Nike store one?
Yep. It's a luxury brand store. I'm gonna play the video. What'd you say?
That's Lululemon. The one that I saw was a Nike store, but yeah, I saw this one too.
So it says, Justin, Lululemon CEO Calvin McDonald doubles down on his decision to fire 2 employees who called the police after 3 men robbed their store in Georgia. It's only merchandise, he said. We have a zero tolerance policy that we train our educators on around engaging during theft. I'm sorry. He said while defending the company's decision. Caring about the criminal more than your low-wage employees is a very interesting business mode. Now, I'm gonna play the video on full screen and show y'all. They're letting them go.
No. Seriously. Get out. Get out. Get out. Video their car.
So they try to get the license plate number and all that stuff, and they call the cops.
They're about to zoom off. I know, but I don't.
So they get the license plate information. They call the cops, and the employees got fired. They fired the employees for calling the cops, and the CEO publicly releases a statement saying it's just merchandise.
Now,
what are y'all thoughts?
You're creating an unsafe work environment. 2, you fired me for trying to help your store out, because now most places that are, I wouldn't say encouraging, but kind of like looking the other way on shoplifting, a lot of places are taking their businesses out of that city, out of that state. So what we're seeing is a lot of places that are basically encouraging shoplifting and creating hazardous work environments.
Yeah, my first question was going to be, can I go rob Lululemon? Is that what you're telling me?
You could in certain states.
You don't let me get away with it. But it also reminds me. I'm sorry, what were you saying, G?
Yeah, some states are saying. I think California is one of them. Under $1,000, it's not even a misdemeanor. Like we're not prosecuting you.
So I was going to say, it reminds me of the job I had when I was in college at the walking company, and Uggs were our biggest sellers, especially when it came to the holidays. We were literally instructed to stop them at all costs. Like tackle them, get them down to the ground, to hold them there till security gets there.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I remember several instances, right? There was one time where like my manager and assistant manager literally are on one of each of this dude's legs, holding them there. And I was just looking, and all I was thinking, and my manager was, yo, get on him, jump on him, jump on him. Why are you just standing there? All I was thinking was, yo, this ain't worth it. This dude could pull a knife, a gun, whatever. Like, yo, let him get the pair of shoes. I don't care that much. And if you're gonna fire me over it, fire me. But it just didn't. And I told her that after. She was like, yo, why didn't you help us? Why didn't you jump on him and help us hold him down until security got there? It didn't seem worth it. Yo, that was stupid to me. And I went in on how, I can't even believe y'all are instructing us to do this.
For real.
Now, see, Duck's example is the exact opposite of what Lululemon is telling its employees. It's literally the exact opposite. Lululemon is saying, just let them go. Duck, you were saying they expected y'all to jump on them and try to hold them. Mm-hmm. Now, y'all are also in a mall.
We were in a mall. We're a mall.
That was more of an outlet place. So as soon as they go outside the doors, they're back in the public. Inside the mall, you can try to keep them in the mall. You know what I'm saying? They can.
That was the goal. Hold them, whether it's in the store or out in the hallway of the mall. Mm-hmm. Hold them until security can get there and grab them.
Right. But he released this statement, and I'm going to go back to what G said. You're creating an unsafe work environment. Now, when you said that, G, who is creating the unsafe work environment?
The CEO.
or the CEO statement?
See, my thing is, because when I worked at Walmart years ago, they said, hey, don't follow anybody. That I'm cool for, but to call and report a theft, I'm okay with. But I wouldn't even, like, they didn't try to stop them. They were just told them, hey, get out the store. They kind of like videotaped them on the way out, I guess, trying to get a license plate. I'm okay with that. You didn't actively try to be top flight security of the world, Craig, type of thing. Yeah, the CEO is creating a hazardous work environment because now you're basically encouraging theft, shoplifting.
So what happens is, I know why he did this, and it's a smart. How do I say this? It's smart for the business on multiple fronts. On multiple fronts. So what these companies do with these higher end companies or companies that are coming up, they over insure the product. So let's say this shirt is on the shelf and it costs $500, right? That product itself will be insured for $750, right? So if they take a bunch of those shirts, we do the inventory, we see what's missing, we report it stolen. We don't have to file a police report with them and pursue people or press charges because we don't know who they were. Let them go. So all we have to do is say, these items were stolen. We'll get the insurance claim. We're going to make more money than what the actual product was worth. And we're going to benefit from advertising because now our clothes are going to be out and seen in public and more people are going to want it. Go ahead, G.
So let's say one of your kids is working at one of these stores that the CEO doesn't care about. Would you be okay with them? Dad came another theft today. Another theft. You wouldn't say, honey, you need to quit that job, or hey, son, you need to quit that job.
That is the safest store for my child to work in because you don't even have to leave from behind the register. You keep on doing whatever you were doing. Ain't nobody coming in there with weapons because ain't nobody trying to stop you. You don't have to worry about no shootout, no stick-ups. You're not being held at gunpoint and none of that stuff.
How do you know it doesn't graduate to that point? It went from stealing merchandise to now empty the register.
Because there's no need. There's no need to bring a weapon in that store when he's telling them not to even follow him. You understand what I'm saying?
I
get what you're saying, people are going to.
That was why I made the joke earlier. Oh, I can go rob a Lululemon, right? Because now I know they're not pursuing me. So
yeah, but see,
if you know that as a thief, I'm not going to do anything extra.
Right? Why risk felony charges involving a weapon? Why even risk it if I know that the company is saying they're not going to follow me, they're not going to call the police on me? There's no need.
But agree or not, we're sane individuals. Okay, we know we just got to walk in with just our hands, grab a bunch of stuff, walk out. Now you got crazy people, that's not thinking like that. Oh, I can just go in here. How you know they don't want to just hold up this place for the heck of it? Who knows?
But you're talking about two different things.
That's two very different scenarios.
We're talking about the
I'm talking about the hazardous place that he's created. It might escalate to that point where people just walking in there with nothing, and then it might turn into armed robbery or whatever.
But it won't. His words aren't going to make anybody go in there armed. His words are going to encourage people to not go in there armed, is what I'm saying. So if somebody does go in there and hold them up at gunpoint, that has nothing to do with what the CEO said. He's going to say, this is why we tell our employees, don't pursue anybody. So we can avoid situations like that. He made that work environment safer. Now, they'll probably end up with a lot more robberies and shit like that, right? But he's making that work environment safer. Because now you listen to what Duck said about the Uggs, right? In the shoe store. Right? Oh, they tackle me and all that stuff. Next time they ain't gonna get me like that. Now you clipping up. Now you going in there with a weapon, mace, taser, whatever it is. Now you bringing something because if we're gonna try to get these Uggs, we got to be ready to fight them off.
We're fighting for this merchandise, so we got to be ready to fight back.
The CEO made it so that now if it's an insane person going in there with a weapon, that's just an insane person. They're not doing that in response to what the CEO.
Well, now you know what the effect is going to be. Companies are going to, again, they're doing it now. A bunch of different companies, Walgreens, CVS, just to name a few, are taking their businesses out of these cities, out of these states that aren't prosecuting criminals because it's messing with their money, messing with the bottom line. Now your kid that was working at Lululemon Hey, Dad, I mean, yeah, it's a retail job. We don't really care about that. But what I'm saying is now, how's that going to affect the local economy? Businesses pulling their businesses out of these places.
I mean, that's life. I'm sorry, but that's life. The local
It doesn't
economy.
have to be, though. 20 years ago, every now and then you will see the cops having somebody hemmed up outside for shoplifting. Now, you turn on the news, it's like people out here looting, and with no natural disasters.
Yeah. I mean, it's pros and cons. It's pros and cons to it. But as far as, like I said, as far as the work environment, he didn't do anything wrong. And now what you're talking about is the long-term effects and community and all that stuff. I'm sure whoever insures the product with Lululemon, they raise their prices. I'm sure their premiums went up if the CEO is going to release a statement like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're gonna do a mathematical equation. They're gonna see if it's still worth it to stay with that insurance company. If not, we'll shop around because we have a lot to insure, and they're gonna get the best deal, and they're gonna keep doing what they're doing.
Jump to Geico in a heartbeat.
Yeah, like that's what they're gonna do. We did the whole 300 a week to your ex out of my account. Did we do that on the show?
No.
That don't sound familiar.
All right, so I can erase toxic baby moms need to get better. We did that tonight. I can't believe we didn't do the 300 a week out of my account to your ex. Do y'all want to do that real quick or no?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, cool. All right, give me a second. I gotta post it, or not post it, but I gotta get the tweet up, and then I'll put it in the chat here. Any other final thoughts on your now as business owner, Duck? I know you're business minded. What do you think of that business motto? That business, you're getting free advertisement. They're stealing your stuff. They're gonna wear it. You're gonna get more money than what it was worth. Genius or?
That's an interesting one, because the business I'm trying to get into, if you stealing from me, I'm not. The insurance ain't reimbursing me for that. So it's just a long eviction. You know what I mean? But
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm trying to get into real estate, right? I'm renting out how like that's what I want to do. I want to rent out houses and all that. I'm thinking like people not paying rent, and then all the renters have all the leverage because how hard it is to get somebody evicted, and that was a thing before the pandemic, but it was just exacerbated by the pandemic. So it's like I don't know the business I want to get into. Like, nah, that's not a good look. But I mean, in general, I get the train of thought. I do get the train of thought if you're looking at the bigger picture and how, hey, we're making more money off the insurance. Like, it's there for a reason. And that's another thing. Like, how often do you get to use your insurance? What you just think about what we have insured, right? You pay so much, and obviously they'll never do this, but really, if you go a year and nothing happens, they should reimburse you something. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
that's not how the business of insurance works. So from that standpoint, I get that, where like if I own a business and there's an opportunity to make an insurance claim and it's completely legit, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
And then, like you said, the free advertising on top of it. Yeah, well, it's not free. It is free. You made a profit, so
it's actually profitable advertising.
Now you're kind of advertising to criminals to come to whatever Lululemon location nearest you and steal stuff.
Yes,
that's not sending the flag up to law-abiding citizens that's willing to pay for your products and go home.
Now we got this circle that it creates where they still file the insurance, free advertising.
Yeah, but now the insurance is going to drop you. That's just like if you live in the flood-prone area.
It's Lululemon.
The insurance is going to be like, all right, cool, that first year.
Y'all can't talk at the same time. Hold on now. What were you saying, G? If you live in the flood zone, what did you say?
That's like when the island flooded those couple years. When it was supposed to be like what every 100 years flood. It flooded within a certain amount of time. I forgot how many times.
It was like 2 or 3 times in 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and the insurance is like, look, if you're gonna live here, we're not covering you. So I expect the same thing to happen with whatever company that you're insured with, and you're saying just let the thieves go.
And that's what I said. The insurance is going to go up. I said their premium's going to go up, but they'll shop around.
Or
it's
they
too
just like,
big of a
nope, we're not
company.
covering you. Like,
And
if you live
that's
in
what I said. It's Lululemon. Somebody else will insure them.
Right.
that, or
Right.
they might look, if you live in this state or this city, this county, we're not covering you. High liability.
I feel you. All right, so this will be our last topic of the night here. This is a tweet that I saw online from our Rap House TV. It says, lady gets caught sending money from her current boyfriend bank account to another man friend, aka her ex, who is locked up. Thoughts? She right or wrong for this?
First of all, they should have
WYD.
just left it at
Oh.
thoughts, not whether she right or wrong.
Right. What you do in this situation if your girl did this to you, fellas?
All
All
she
right,
is
so
now my ex.
I'm gonna play the video.
Yolanda. Hey, stop all this. With the $300 coming on my account. Talk to me right now. And
I've
you
been
all
helping
lie.
Dante while he locked up for me.
Dante?
Yes.
Your ex?
And my friend of 15 years.
What? Hold. First of all, why is you sending your ex $300 of my money every week, Yolanda?
He don't have nobody to help him right
That's
now.
a grown man. What the hell you mean?
Okay, and I'm his friend. If he need my help, I'm gonna be there for
What do
him.
you need help with $300 a week for, Yolanda?
To survive.
Survive what?
In prison.
What the? Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Dante is locked up,
yes, just temporarily.
and you sending a felon
don't do
$300
Everybody
a
make
week of
mistakes.
my money?
It's not perfect, bro.
Ain't nobody perfect, and you sure ain't good. Matter of fact, you ain't nothing at all to me no more. Why is
And
you
the
sending
fact that
$300? Yolanda.
All right.
Yolanda. Hey,
Now I wanna say that I think this is fake. Just so y'all know.
I thought so too. I like this.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Well, one, he was like, wait, Dante locked up and you sending my money to a felon? You don't just go from one to the other like just like that. So that's why I think it's fake. But let's just say this was happening. You notice some money coming out of your account. It don't have to be nobody in jail, but your lady been sending it to, let's start with male friend. It don't even have to be an ex. A male friend. She been sending money weekly. Now they said $300 a week. That's $1,200 a month.
So first off, I don't know how long this has been going on, but I noticed very soon.
Facts.
I don't
check my account.
I noticed very soon that I'm missing that much money out my monthly, you know what I mean, calculations.
Unless he making money again, which makes me
Don't
think
matter.
that this
Don't
is a
matter.
sketch.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't matter how much I'm
sketch,
making.
skit,
I'm
whatever you want to
noticing
call it.
1,200 a month.
All right. So you know this. Now, how you react to it?
Get out of my house. That's it. And the who doesn't matter. Like you said, you just say it's a friend. I don't care. I don't care the situation. I don't care who it is. Don't matter.
That's not true. If you found out their mom was sick and needed money for medication,
you run that by me.
You
run that by me. You
You
don't
just
just
said
start
don't matter
spending
who.
my money.
You said it don't matter who. The who matters.
Yeah.
The who and the why matters.
Okay.
No, but now you still
wait. Okay, no, I'll meet you there. The how matters too. How you go about sending that money, you run that by me. You don't just do that, and I'll let you know if it's okay or how much is okay. But for you to just start doing it, no, the who stops mattering because you don't even matter to me anymore.
You gonna break up over $1,200?
How many?
It's the principle, Mike.
How many months has this been going on? Number one, and number two, yes, it's the principle because it starts at 1,200, and what does it become down the road?
Depends on how long.
If you get away with it once, if I find out you've been doing this 3 months, and I just well, it's okay, don't let it happen again. No, you're gonna think, oh, I can bump that 12 to 2,000, and let me get away with it again and see what it is, and then that just creates a cycle.
Right or wrong, is she not stealing? Is that not considered stealing? They taking something without your knowledge or permission,
and that's
stealing or not.
And that's the flip side. I would be completely within my rights to dial 911 and have you arrested because you're stealing from me. Yeah. I'm not going that far. I'm just putting you out. No access to me or any of my stuff anymore.
What's your thoughts, Mike? You said they're kind of quiet.
Oh no, she tripping. Like that's crazy. But like I've helped I've helped my mom. You know, my wife and I have had a conversation, and we've sent. Duck said 3 months. We've sent more money to that at one time to my mom to help her out before. Like that's so, but it was a conversation, and I didn't just take that out of my wife's account. You get what I'm saying? Like she was taking that money out of his account and sending it to her ex.
I felt it.
You don't need $1,200 a month while you locked up. It's not
That's
enough
what I said
ramen in the
during the
world.
video. 3 hots in the cop.
It's not enough ramen in the world. You're not putting that much money on nobody's books. Like that don't make no sense.
For real.
Something's wrong there.
That she still love that dude. That's what that is.
I would definitely flip out. But I have exes, y'all know, I have exes that me and my wife are cool with. And y'all know that if she needed something, my wife, not only me, but my wife would be like, yeah, we got you. So but again, those are mutual decisions. I do think that if my wife found out I was sending her money without my
it
wife
would be
knowing,
a problem.
I think that would be a problem. So yeah,
right.
it's definitely a problem.
Right.
It's 100% a problem. That's it, y'all. I thought we were gonna have a little bit more fun with that. Y'all all serious and shit. Y'all.
No, it just, bro. First of all, I know how we are.
There's no gray area for me with that one.
I know how we are with money. Some days we got it, some days we don't. And, you know, that week leading up to payday, we're usually kind of running on fumes. So
all right, here we go. Here we go. I got you. You ready? Here we go. G, directly to you. Your wife is getting $50 a paycheck out of your account, sent to an account for her ex. Your wife. Now, because she works where she works, it's coming out before taxes, and you ain't even really noticed. So y'all go get your taxes done, and you see the deductions, and like, wait a minute, what's this? What's this amount right here? What's this $1,300? You get paid 26 times, $50. Okay, what's this $1,300 that says pre-deduction? And they say, oh, this was transferred to whatever. Y'all doing your taxes together. You say, what's this? And she says, oh, we'll talk about that later. She don't want to say this in front of the tax person. All right. So y'all leave, and she gets in the car. She starts crying. Babe, I didn't think you were going to notice. I forgot to stop it. I was sending my ex some money. He really, really needed help. It came out pre-taxes. So, you know, it really was only a difference of like $10 or $15 a paycheck. You wouldn't even notice it. I'm sorry. I'll pay you back, blah, 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 blah. Okay, G, you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
It's a shame. I liked her too.
It's crazy because when you was making up that scenario, my coworker actually went through not that same situation. His wife took out a secondary mortgage without his knowledge and didn't find out until the tax man came out. And he was like, yeah, you owe this much for the secondary mortgage. He's like, what secondary mortgage? And the tax guy just stopped and kind of like looked at the wife. That's when he found out. But in answer to your question, nah, I'm good. I think I went out because if you've been doing this for a year.
Well, I mean, you maybe it ain't been a whole year, but you didn't notice until tax time came out.
I said
she only did
it as a joke. Yeah, she might only did it Q3, Q4.
Right. She only did it. She only did it for 6 months. Now it's not $1,300, but still it's $750.
What is a marriage or a relationship without trust? Because now you just destroyed that trust.
So you just out. Listen, you can tell he's been getting some professional help. What is a marriage or relationship without trust? Listen, that was you read that off a book. You got that on the wall or something?
I'm dead serious.
Is that part of your daily affirmations?
You could not look at your significant other the same way you did. I don't care if it was $1,000 spread out over a 10-year period. Now, where's the trust? We supposed to be team us, and you out here team whoever.
Let me tell you, you could actually get away with it. That's $100 a year, $1,000 over there. You could hide that easy, honestly.
Yeah, but if you find out during tax time that your significant other was sending whomever an X,
Don't whomever. It was an X. I
it
want
was
to
an
know.
X.
So
It's
you
not
telling
about
me?
it. It's the principle. You going behind my back.
I
One, you're
agree with that.
stealing. Two, you being sneaky. Three, now there's no more trust.
Listen, I got from y'all's wedding.
I think somebody
You
knocked
know
on
how
my door.
y'all had the little photo machine thing with
Yeah.
I got the strip of photos with me and y'all on my fridge. Just let me know when you need me to rip it down. That's all.
Nah, that picture gonna be up on the fridge forever. But in a
I'm
scenario like that,
I'm
like, nah, bro, this nah. Because like I said, it takes a while to build up trust, but it can be destroyed within a matter of minutes, hours, days, weeks, whatever.
Right.
Because now you start thinking the worst.
Mm-hmm. What else have you been doing?
Yeah, what else you been
You're
doing?
capable of this. What else are you might do? You know what I mean? Like, where does this rabbit hole lead? Like I was saying before, if I let that $1,200 a month slide, then you're gonna try to push it as far as you can.
Exactly.
And it'll always be, that's the thing. You let something slide once, well, you were okay with it the last time. It's just a little bit more money this time.
Yep.
Nah. We go zero tolerance.
For real. Started off early.
Yep. But I will say, there's a real possibility that I wouldn't catch $1,000 over 10 years.
Yeah,
that's less than $10 a month. I'm not like, yeah, it's a betrayal of trust, but whether or not I'm catching it, you might get away with it.
For real. There's some
you really might get away with it.
There's some stuff you like, you know what, that's too small for them to even notice, unless you like really, really good at, you know, what you do financially. But yeah, I was just making a point. Like, it's more so the trust.
Right. I agree with that.
Where'd the producer go?
Right.
Y'all ain't hear me say, hold on, I think somebody at my door?
No.
I heard I saw the motion of, and then you did.
That was I heard and I go and look and ain't nobody there.
That's Melissa X coming to get that money. He pulled up. She's like, knock on the door 3 times so I know it's you.
Wow. So G, what you saying is you go and file for divorce right away. It's over. Ain't no coming back from that, huh?
I wouldn't say that.
Counseling can save it.
Mrs. G hasn't built up any kind of all right, equity. You did that one. No equity, huh? I don't believe you, G. I don't believe you.
Not in that. I already overthink.
I'm not saying y'all won't go y'all separate ways for a little bit. I don't think you just out. I don't think you filing for divorce right away.
No, I don't think I would either. But I would definitely be like, wow, I can't believe this is. And you know, I'm petty
my
too.
boy back for a couple of days, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Mike is rooting for the theft now. That's what.
No, I'm not. No, don't do that.
For completely selfish purposes.
Nah, I love Miss G. So Mrs. G, I'm sorry. I love Mrs. G. I wouldn't do that. All right. That's all I got, man. I just wanted to know where y'all. Duck, I can't ask you because you're not in, you out there just slanging. You doing whatever you want to do.
Hey.
Whenever you want to do it. So I can't paint that picture. Actually, you know what? I can paint a picture. With your current. I don't want to put too much of your business out there. I don't know what you said on the podcast, but you have a friend that I know of that if your friend, how can I change this? You go to get some food one day out your kitchen. All right, you done chefed it all up. You happy, you excited, and you open your dishes drawer, and you notice you only got 2 forks left. Sit down, you eat. Maybe they in the dishwasher. You don't think twice about it. Then you go and eat again, and now you only got 1 fork left. It's like, wait, what the hell is going on here? You go buy a couple more, you can't find them. You back down to 2 forks again. You back down to 1. Then you start noticing that every time your friend come over, one of your forks is missing. What do?
Kicking it to the curb.
Over a fork?
Yeah. Okay. So,
I like how he tried to just like overplay, like over a fork.
yes, 100%. First off, it's multiple forks. That's number 1. Number 2, I specifically picked out my particular utensil set when I first got on my own.
Oh, so this hit home.
Wow.
He hit it where he
Like I went to this place and was filling them, looking at like y'all notice. I've talked to y'all about this at guys' nights back in the day. I purposely got utensils with more weight to them than the usual lighter ones. Like, yes, I picked these out on purpose. This is not a joke, okay?
Got him.
This is not a joke. I can't trust you. If I got to replace these every time you come over, no, I'm not dealing with that. No.
You're gonna ask her about it first, though, right? And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know, your food is so good that I was just taking the plate to go, and I was going to eat on my way home, and I just, I forgot. I'll find the forks. I'll get you your forks back."
Now this also hits home because she loves my cooking. Like literally can't get enough. Specifically when I grill chicken or salmon. So
Producer of the year right here,
That is actually
baby.
a plausible scenario. That is actually a plausible scenario.
He got a rise out. I'm like, hold up, forks. Like, why is he being so specific?
Oh,
and then I saw the way he was like, got him.
But she's also got all of her own. So even if it was like at most she would take the Tupperware that she's taking the food in, she wouldn't take the utensils. So,
but if she did, and your forks are gone,
bring me my fucking forks back.
I lost them.
We're done. Listen, I kicked a friend of the curb over. I kicked a friend of the curb over some DVDs and video games.
Those cost more than forks.
Hey, if you're buying good quality forks,
it was the principle. And yes, I was buying very good quality forks. I got these at Bed Bath Beyond. These weren't just any old forks. Which that's probably cheap now, but to me back then that was expensive. I don't know what they call them. It's funny because if I'm buying another utensil set, I'm not even considering Bed Bath and Beyond anymore. I don't know where I'm going, but it's not there. I'm probably going to Sur La Table, honestly. That's my spot. Do they still exist? We should
who?
Real quick.
Do who exists?
Sur La Table. It was I used to take chicks on dates there for like they do cooking lessons and everything.
That's French.
They're at like any mall. Yeah, they still exist. Matter of fact, there's still one at the local mall out here. I know it was there when I was a child.
You said you took people there on dates?
They do cooking classes. They do like one night, like French Riviera is a theme or whatever.
That's kind of dope.
I used to take chicks for dates. Yeah, cooking classes.
Oh, this is so loaded. We got 2 hours. Oh, we have the 2 hour mark. I can't keep going. Duck, you understand how much of an insult it is to take a bitch on a cooking date, like with cooking lessons?
No, it's serious. No, it's not. That's kind of dope.
It's fun. It is very fun.
Something different. Regardless if you can cook or not, you're both cooking.
And you're having a lot of fun doing the little techniques you see the instructor chef do, and you're making good food. Usually, unless somebody's so horrible that they're jacking it up. Now, I will say, I just told y'all that this current one likes my cooking. I might need to take her.
We are out of here, y'all. We want to thank y'all for checking us out today.
We didn't even give our final thoughts.
Oh, shit. Damn. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's do the final thoughts here. Where's our banner at? We got a banner here somewhere. Where is it? Boom. Let's get the music cue back up here. There it is. Nice and soft in the background. All right, G. You want to go first or you want to go last?
Go first. And nice little segue to what I'm about to get my final thought on. So we're talking about trust. So does checking your food before you leave the drive-thru or the place mean that you have trust issues?
No, that's
No.
standard practice.
I think it does dwell in the neighborhood of trust issue, because you're thinking about all the times that someone forgot your sauce or your food or whatever. So you're like, you know what? Because of this situation, I got to check.
My situation is a little different, only because it's 6 of us in my house, and maybe 60% of the time they get the order wrong. One time we went, they didn't give us any drinks. We just drove off without drinks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Another time we only had 4 drinks instead of 6. They forgot to give us the second cup carrier. You know what I'm saying? It's like little stuff like that. You know, we go through a drive-through. My kids love McDonald's. Where the fries at, Daddy? I asked for extra French fries. Where are my extra French fries? Maybe they gave you apple slices. I'm sorry. Like little stuff like that. We sometimes have to go back through. So I don't consider it trust issues. When it's me by myself, though, I will say this. I'm a Chipotle, Chick-fil-A type of guy. When I go in and I order on the app, I just grab my bag and go. I don't check it before I go to.
There's certain places you can trust. Chick-fil-A is definitely.
Chick-fil-A forgot something one time, and I was so hurt, yo. I was like, wow.
You feel betrayed when it's one of them ones that you usually on point.
I was like, wow.
But have you ever gone back and called them to get it rectified?
No.
I went in there once with my receipt and was like, yo, I came in here 2 weeks ago and y'all forgot to give me this. I didn't feel like driving all the way back by the time I got home. This was since I lived out here. They were like, oh, we're so sorry. Here, we'll give it for you for free if you want another one today. Cool. So like Chick-fil-A be on point with rectifying their mistakes.
Wait, that's all they did for you?
Yeah, I wasn't looking for everything free. I just wanted the one thing I had paid for.
Yeah, but all right, so they
which technically it wasn't free. They just gave it to me
at a later date.
Yeah.
Yeah, they corrected my order one time, but in addition to that, they gave me a little card like with the manager's name on it for a free chicken sandwich or entree of my choosing. So, like you said, they didn't give you anything. They gave me an entree of my choosing. Not a meal, it was an entree of my choosing, and in addition to what they messed up.
You think if I go back and be like, yo, 2 years ago, y'all messed up my order, they give me this?
Well, they probably would. They probably would. They probably would.
I had a situation yesterday. Me and the wifey ordered pizza yesterday. We said, give us a Sicilian Supreme. I've never checked pizza ever in my life. I just assumed, bam, grab the box, get home. I'm bringing the trash out to the curb. My wife walking towards me, she said, hey, babe, this ain't it. I'm like, what you mean this ain't it? They're like, they gave us plain. I'm like, how do you give a plain pizza from Supreme? So now in my mind, I'm like, bro, I can never trust a pizza place again. Now I gotta open the pizza, inspect it before I go home.
Wow. You eat olives?
Yeah.
I'm judging you, but we'll talk about that later.
But we ended up calling them. They don't do Supreme. We told them we wanted a different pizza. We said, hey, look, we'll bring the pizza back. They said, no, we're not allowed to accept it. So we was like, you know what? We're still going to bring it back just in case. I bring it back in, hey, it's me. No, you can keep the pizza. That's our bad. We're making your pizza now. So I got 2 pizzas for the price of 1. So.
Yeah, I would say the food places that tell you they want the food back, they're not allowed to do that. That's the employees just wanting to do it. I know that from working at Papa John's years ago, because people could do anything to that food. They can't reuse it. The employees are instructed not to eat it, but when the employees take it back, it's because the driver themselves or the person at the counter wants it. Like that's not standard SOP. So. Were those your final thoughts, though? That's it? That's all you got for us?
That's all I got right now. I got a list of them, but, this is the one that happened most recently. So I was like, let me run this by the game.
I'll go next. We'll let Duck wrap it up for us, man. My final thoughts, G wants to talk about trust issues. I want to say, listen, man, depending on who she giving that money to and how much it is and how long it's been lasting, it might be worth it. Huh? Check your own closet before you start talking about her skeletons. That's all I'm going to say. Those are my final thoughts. Duck, the floor is yours.
I'm going to go back to what we were just talking about. The cooking class is a great date idea. whether you're actively dating multiple people or if you're in a relationship and fellas, she can't cook for shit. Get her some lessons and go with her. Babe, I thought of something fun we could do. Right? Set aside that the color me mine or whatever, paint and sip and paint. Set all that aside. Take her to local cooking class. Y'all do it together, and you'll learn some stuff. Save on eating out all the fast food.
I'm with it.
Man. I like it, man. Y'all like it. I love it. I'm all for it, man. Go cook with your lady. Sip and paint. We're gonna talk about the sip and paints that I saw, what I thought was a sip and paint versus what the real sip and paint is. Because what I thought a sip and paint is not real, apparently. Apparently what I saw was a bachelorette party. And they were sipping, but it wasn't off of a straw. That's all I got for y'all right now.
Wow.
We'll talk to y'all soon. We thank y'all for checking us out. And we'll see y'all.
Enjoy your vacation, bro.
Can we record when I'm on vacation?
We can. It's up to you.
That's what you want to do?
I want to stun on y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna record.
No, I can't make it. I'm gonna be busy.
Oh, that's hate. All right, man. We'll see y'all soon, man. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.
Peace out.